Hello, Curious! The name of the late rapper Mac Miller has been in the headlines the past few days, nearly 4 years after his passing. This was due to the fact that one of the 3 men who had been charged of supplying Miller with illicit substances has been sentenced to serve jail time. The artist's untimely passing in 2018 was a shock to many, and fans were quick to point their fingers at people to blame, especially his ex-girlfriend, Ariana Grande. But why exactly did some blame her? Who was the artist? What exactly happened that led to Mac losing his life? What kind of sentence did the 3 men who were involved get? And how have people reacted? Stay with us until the very end to find out all the latest news with regards to the case involving the artist, but before we continue, don't forget to turn on the notifications and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the hottest celebrity gossip. Mac Miller, who was born Malcolm James McCormick, had become an overnight celebrity in 2011 when his first album, Blue Slide Park, debuted in the #1 spot on the Billboard 200 chart. With 144,000 sales in the first week, it became the first independently distributed album to do so since the Dog Pound's Dog Food in 1995. During his career, he released several more studio albums. Go OD, The Divine Feminine, Swimming, and Circles, the last of which was released after his passing in 2020. For the 2018 album Swimming, Miller received a posthumous nomination for a Grammy Award for Best Rap Album, though the statue ultimately went to Cardi B. But besides creating his own music, Mac also worked as a record producer for various other artists, including himself, under the pseudonym Larry Fisherman. The rapper openly spoke about his struggles with his mental health as well as substance abuse. According to the artist, he first started taking substances during his 2012 tour in order to manage his stress, which later led to an addiction. In a 2013 interview with Complex, he said, "I was not happy. I was on lean very heavy. I was so up all the time, it was bad. My friends couldn't even look at me the same. I was lost." By 2014, he was using daily, and as the artist revealed, things got so bad that he thought the last song on his mixtape that was released that year was supposed to have been the last song he made on Earth. However, by 2015 he claimed he was much healthier, though not completely sober. 2 years later, when asked about his sobriety, he said that he was living regularly. Mac's love life was also public for a variety of reasons, and one of the major ones was his high-profile relationship with Ariana Grande. But before her, Miller was involved in an on-again, off-again relationship with writer Naomi Leisure. The two had met in middle school and were together for 7 years until 2016. After his passing, she was one of the first people to pay tribute to Mac. In an Instagram post, she shared a piece that she penned. "Wrote this nearly a week ago about a person who forever changed my life. So grateful we had our final moment. Our clarity, cleaning of the air. You changed my life, I yours. The residual effects of your passion ripple on. You are not gone, not in the least." Though of course, his most talked about relationship was with Ariana Grande. The pair had first started off as friends, first getting in touch with each other via Twitter in 2012. The following year they had collaborated on music together, and for a long time fans couldn't help but comment on just how much chemistry the two of them had, sparking romance rumours from the get-go. Though it was not until September 2016 that things between them actually became official, which the two confirmed with an Instagram post. For the next 2 years, Grande and Miller maintained a loving relationship that they often showcased on social media and in the public eye. Though despite the fact that things seemed perfect from the outside, the rapper's use of illicit substances put a strain on their relationship, and the two of them had called it off in May 2018. Miller's use of substances continued after their split until tragedy struck nearly 4 years ago on September 7, 2018, when he was found unresponsive in his house. Despite resuscitation efforts by his assistant, the rapper had lost his life, aged 26. At the time, the media had reported that the result was an apparent overdose. However, it was not until 2 months after that day that the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office released an official statement that stated the reason for his passing was an accidental overdose from a combination of illicit substances and high-percentage beverages. The news had not only shocked Miller's fans, but also his close ones, with many messages pouring in from the likes of Snoop Dogg and Chance the Rapper. But when it came to the fans, there were also those who wanted to place the blame on someone else, and some had decided that the person would be his ex, Ariana Grande. Already back in May of that year, Mac's fans were blaming the Seven Rings singer after the rapper was arrested for driving under the influence in a hit and run. So once his passing was announced to the public, they had turned on Ari again. Some had stated that the fact she jumped into a new relationship with her then boyfriend Pete Davidson so quickly was the reason for what had happened, while others stated that she had simply broken Miller's heart and it led him to take to those substances. Though, as many people had pointed out at the time, the rapper's problems of substance abuse had started long before he and Ariana were together. On their part, it didn't seem like she harbored any negative feelings towards him, as after his passing, once the news was made public, she took to her Instagram to share a video of Miller, where in the caption she wrote, "I'm so mad. I'm so sad I don't know what to do. You were my dearest friend. I'm so sorry I couldn't fix or take your pain away. I really wanted to." Though speaking of Grande, if you would like to know more about her love life now and who her husband is, you can check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. Though for now, stay with us to find out what happened with regards to Miller's case. Despite who fans wanted or didn't want to blame in the rapper's passing, in 2019 arrests were made, and Ariana Grande was not one of the people. 3 men, Stephen Walter, Ryan Michael Rivas, and Cameron James Petit, were indicted on charges of conspiracy and distribution of illegal substances that led to a person losing their life. Most recently, on April 18th, Rivas appeared in a federal LA court. During previous hearings, the man admitted to being the middleman in supplying, but he claimed that he had no idea the pills he supplied to another dealer were counterfeit and laced with another substance that was much stronger and a lesser amount of which, compared to other substances, could lead to a person losing their life. While in custody, the man had asked for only a 5-year sentence, later adding in a statement that this was not a regular case, as someone had lost their life and a family is never going to get their son back. But recently the judge had made his final decision and Rivas was sentenced to a total of 10 years and 11 months in prison. On top of this, time behind bars, the judge had also ordered that upon his release, 3 years, the man will have to undergo supervised illicit substance testing. But what happened to the other 2 men? As per NME, Stephen Walter took a plea deal in October last year where he admitted he had supplied the laced pills to Rivas and as a result was sentenced to 17 years in prison. As for the 3rd man, the case against Petit is still pending, according to prosecutors. Prior to the sentencing taking place, a statement from Miller's mother Karen was read in court. In it, she talked about how her life went dark the moment her son left the world. She also revealed that had Mac known the pill he took was laced with another substance, he would have never taken it, as he wanted to live and was excited about the future. Here it is worth pointing out that in October of 2018, the rapper was set to embark on another tour and, according to reports, had many different projects lined up for the then near future. For those wondering how Grande has reacted, as of the time this video was made, the Thank You Next singer has not made a comment with regards to the most recent news. While Mac's fans were more than happy that justice had been served, some online users have a different things to say. Some had stated that they could not see why Rivas should have been charged, and they had pointed out that it was not the fault of the person who sold him the substances, but of Mac himself, as he knew the dangers involved in using such things. However, fans or not, there were people that were glad this sort of justice was served with regards to the passing of Miller. Some had even stated that they hoped it would change things in the future with regards to other cases regarding passings that were deemed an accidental overdose, after the substances they took were laced with another one that they were not aware of. Such as right now, many had turned to the case of The Wire actor Michael K. Williams, who passed away in September 2021 from an overdose. Police investigators have claimed that what the actor had used was laced with the same substance as the ones that Mac had. According to a report from the BBC, police in New York and Puerto Rico have arrested 4 men who allegedly sold it to the star, though for the time being an investigation is still pending. Though if you want to know more about the actor, then be sure to check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. Given that the laced substance has been the cause of thousands of people losing their lives, according to reports, US Attorney Damian Williams has called it a public health crisis, and many fans of Miller and others who had lost their lives hope that this will set actions in motion to try and seriously combat the issue. Though what do you think, Curious? Is the nearly 11 years behind bars a just sentence in your opinion? Do you think that people were right to blame Ariana to begin with? Were you a fan of Mac Miller? And if so, what was your favourite song? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.